I will die on that hill.
I absolutely love Miley Cyrus.
You have failed this.
Love this show.
The sickest night ever. Is this? What are we doing?
No. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Call Guys podcast. I'm Gunner, also known as Chico Noise, 3-time podcast host, probably allergic to something stupid. And I want to thank you all for being here as we approach our 52nd episode of the Call Guys podcast. We're excited to bring you the next 4 episodes with some odds and ends things coming up. And I'm just excited for year 2 of the podcast and see where it takes us and see what we do. Alongside me, as always, my good friend Colton Keel and our special guest for episode 48, Lil G Sumo Man.
Woo!
He's back again. What is this? Is this 3 or 4?
The Magic Man.
Is this
3.
your third? 3? This is your third time. Back again. Third
the
time.
Magic Man.
Is that what you're
Now
going
you
by
see
now?
me? Now you don't.
Still there. I still see you.
Oh, man.
Lucas is here. He has brought the topic for tonight, which we'll get into here in a little bit.
As a sneak
And
peek.
yeah, it's something I think that Lucas is going to do really well at. I think he watches and loves a lot of these kinds of movies. So I'm glad you're here. It took a lot of convincing to get him on here, actually, surprisingly.
Going for the second worst podcast.
I don't think you can beat your first one, so I think we'll be all right. And
Aiming high.
yeah,
Aiming
I'd
high,
actually
baby.
I don't even know if I could pick an episode as the second worst. I think we've had some good ones, but I think all of our okay ones have been the same.
Anything with Jake?
Yeah, put those down there. No, he does a good job when he's on here too. Always keeps the conversation going, and I'm hoping Lucas does the same thing tonight. Gets that conversation rolling.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I know. With Colton, he just chases everybody out of here.
I don't know if he chases them out of here, just pushes them really hard down the stairs and says, "Get out."
He needs a lot of convincing.
Yeah. You don't
That's great.
belong. Later.
See ya.
How you
I
guys
hope-
doing?
I
How
hope
you
you
guys-
out.
How you guys doing? You allergic to anything stupid?
Not that I know of. I don't
The
think I'm allergic to anything.
only thing, Connor, what's so funny?
I spent my whole life not knowing if I'm allergic to anything.
That's
Like
what- I'm in the same boat.
poison ivy. Yeah, I get it really bad, and like I've gotten it bad to like the point where I can't move. Right? I know I'm
Mhm.
allergic to that, but never been stung by a bee. Like I don't know if I'm afraid to get stung by a bee because I'm afraid I'm like super allergic or something. I just don't know it yet. But yeah, I don't have anything.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is after my first knee surgery, I had some painkiller. It wasn't oxycodone, it was the other thing I can't think of that's really powerful, and I threw that up all the time. So outside of that, like nothing.
Just an ingredient in it or something.
Yeah, I can't remember. There's 2 big kinds of pain meds for like surgery. One is like oxycodone and Percocet. It's Percocet. That's it. Allergic to those. Yeah, didn't eat for like 4 days because I had like 2.
Mm.
Not a fun time.
Lucas, you don't know if you're allergic to anything?
No.
You're in the
I've been
same boat
stung
as
by
I.
bees. I've been.
Okay, so
poison ivy,
you know
but-
you're not allergic to those.
Yeah.
And you get poison ivy too, right?
Yep.
Okay.
But that's about it.
I know people that can roll in poison ivy and not even get it.
I know. It's
I
That
walked
used to be
10
me.
feet. I walked 10 feet from it and I got it.
I used to be able to do that because I could just run through it and everything, but now it's just second I'm around it, it just gets stuck.
Yeah. It actually like sucks. Like bad.
Oh yeah, big
like
time.
real bad. Real bad. How's your guys' week going?
Long,
Long.
but not bad.
Good.
Long but not bad. Well, that's good. What are we gonna do without it? I'm just doing stuff around the house, man. That's all I'm doing. Just more and more stuff around the house.
It's got to be coming together though, right?
It is. I've got the music music area set up now.
You can't
So I
you
got
can't see.
yeah, you can't really see it, but I got my amp, my guitars, drum kit, everything's hooked up. It actually looks
And the-
kind of cool.
And the attic's completely done.
The flooring is done. We just
Nice.
have to get stuff up there.
The fun part.
Yeah, the fun part. But a lot of it's empty boxes, so it's not too bad. Got my trash container today. That was exciting. So,
The big things. We've been in this house for 3 months. We still don't have trash pickup.
oh my
Gosh, dude.
Is it weird that it's just piling up in the garage? I'm just kidding. We throw it away, but still, it sucks.
Yeah, so everything's starting to come together. It's just, trying to get the finishing touches down and this, that, and the other. And I turned my fans on in my house, like my ceiling fans, and every time they run, it sounds like they're running a small airplane. So I got to get a new one of those. Yeah.
Nice.
So, but all in all, it's still good. Everything's going well. What about you, brother?
It's been good. Been long. Busy at work. Not really busy at home. Haven't done a whole lot around the house. I mean, we kind of at a standstill till my next thing is to paint this room, get it all set up and done, get stuff moved around in here, make it look like the old podcast room, similar to
Oh
the old
my.
podcast room. So that's kind of the goal for me, is to get all this stuff done. And this does air after the Super Bowl, and we're recording it before the Super Bowl. So you'll hear all about it in episode 49, I'm sure.
I just want to go out and say this. If the Chiefs win, suck it, Emperor. If the Eagles win, suck it, Emperor.
Reasonable. So we'll see. We'll see. Like I said last week, I'll be down here if you need me. I'll be stuck in my basement, not talking to anybody. So
We need to get you a nice Call Guys neon sign right over there on your right shoulder.
I think you're right. I think so. I do have the on-air sign back there. It does light
Ooh.
up, but if you light it up on camera, it's just a big bright white light back there. So
I just want you to, I already have your birthday gift picked out.
Oh, look at that. Birthday gift from
I'm excited.
I've
Everything else going on your birthday?
maybe.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I'm supposed to mention that, aren't I?
I was trying to give you the segue.
Okay. Yes, everybody, if you listen to Golden Image Podcast this week, the Skywalker says that if Golden Image Podcast hits 4,000 downloads by my birthday, which is June 30th, we are going to throw Slam Jam 2023 at the Emperor's house. We're going to clean up the volleyball court, get a couple bands around. That's what we do. We play a volleyball tournament all day, and then in the evening we have the bands come out and play, and it's a good time. So,
I've got a team. I got a team for that volleyball tournament, just so you know.
You can't even jump, bro.
Bro.
He can't even hardly move, let alone. Actually, you know
that
what?
sand's gonna ruin your knees.
I've got video from the campground a few years ago. Of we had about 120 feet of plastic, yeah, Colton and I turned it into a slip and slide, and Colton was flying down that, just jump like full on like dolphin diving onto this and just sliding. And our goal was to hit the full 120, and we did. We did end up getting it. A lot of baby oil, a lot of water.
I remember lots of lubricant.
Yes. I have video somewhere. I'll have to post that on TikTok or something.
Oh man, that was good. That was a good time.
It was fun. But yeah, so 4,000 downloads, Golden Image Podcast. If you haven't listened to them, go check them out. It's me, the Skywalker, the Emperor. We've talked about them at least 47 times. So yeah, go check out their episodes and get the downloads. So if you're gonna listen all the way through and rack those up for us. We got to hit 4,000 by June 30th, best day of the year. So I do enjoy listening to our podcast back. I enjoy listening to all the podcasts under the Golden Mojo Entertainment Network of podcasts, to be honest with you. So good work to all. Lucas, you been an avid listener, or
every now and then
I
will
throw
throw it on.
Just
it
to call
depends
guys
on what the subject is. I mean, yeah.
All right. Well, that's okay. Gunner, you got the plugs. Let's just wrap this up now. And
well, your number one listener, she quit a while ago, so
Yeah,
Once you
Sid
get back
Sid
on,
doesn't listen anymore, and I mention it every time to her, and she throws it back. I do listen. No, you don't. I know you're not listening. I can just
she sees all the
tell.
TikToks.
Yeah. So I need to stop posting on TikTok so Sid can start listening on YouTube again.
Something, man.
Well, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. I'm not upset.
Just disappointed.
Disappointed. That's a good word for it. That is a great word for it. So Lucas, everything's good with you. It's been, probably a good 15, 20 episodes since you've been on the call, guys. 15.
Yeah.
Probably 15.
Was it
beer,
yeah, since
was
the
beer 30
30th.
your last?
Yeah, so it's been
Yeah.
20 something.
No,
Yep.
this is 18 episodes since beer 30, but
But when are we on now? You said
48.
48. I think you said 52 for some reason.
52 is coming up here
It's the
soon,
road to
which
52.
you will need to be on episode 52. Just saying. So we're gonna have to get you back on here in the next couple of weeks to record a little segment for that. You and Sid there.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah,
you're
we
right.
once said her episode was actually one of our better episodes ever.
I know.
She did,
Disney,
a great job. She did a great job on that episode. I can't say it more than I already had.
Disney, man.
Yes, she does. And you guys are going back this year.
We are.
December?
Yes, she wants to see the winter stuff. So
it's neat.
I failed to invite.
That is going to be the last one. You're more than welcome to join.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I don't want to go back yet.
Yeah,
I will go back, but not yet.
For a while.
That's okay.
Why is that?
Things might be on the way. And if they're not, we want to do our last one at some other vacation spot. Like a beach or something. Something nice and warm.
Disney's not nice enough?
It is, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's a relaxing vacation.
No, I'm with you there.
Not at all.
But I am a very gotta go do something type of person, so it works for me.
Yeah, I don't see you being the one that could just sit on the beach and just chill.
I'd have to go throw a frisbee or something, man.
Yeah. Like you're like, there's an arcade or something down the road. Let's just go do that for a couple hours.
Go walk around some shops or something. I can't just lay out.
Yeah. See, I'm opposite. I can just veg on a vacation.
Yep.
Which I'm okay with. If I'm somewhere that I have never been or somewhere that I love to be, I can just chill.
Yeah.
Tennessee, Florida. Disney's different. I
can only chill for so long.
Yeah.
My attention span lasts like an hour.
But if you schedule it to where it's like a couple hours out of the day where you're vegging, and then you go out for breakfast, you go out for lunch, you go out for dinner, you go out shopping or whatever. Yeah, that's okay. But that's not the question of the pod. I'm not asking about vacations.
Hey, we got carried away.
Before we get to the question of the pod, I know we have at least 3 emails which Colton is going to read.
Yeah, I'll get on those right now. So first one is from a longtime emailer, except for when they are upset with our co-host and leader, Chico. Arian, thank you for the email. Starts it out with, "Hi guys, did not know that Dab dubbed you Chico." There you go.
He did.
"I can't believe your inspector fell through the ceiling. That's insane. No wonder you were so stressed. I would be stressed too." Yes.
I was stressed for him, so
I think we all were.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who, like, once I said, like, I would lead that story up and I'd say the inspector fell through the ceiling, like everybody's face just was like dropped and they're like, "What?" Anywho,
are you kidding me? That's how it was.
Yeah. Then she goes, "Just so you know, I don't need a washer and dryer." Well, Arian, dang it. Hopefully you know someone who does.
We're going to get that wheel spinning here soon.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Jake is always so funny, and I love how him and Colton go back and forth. Well, Arian, a little behind the scenes, that is just how Jake and I are all the time. So.
Yes. Yeah. 100%. I've noticed it, and I've only seen you guys together a couple times.
Yeah, no, that's we just call that a Thursday or whenever we meet up.
Yeah.
So personally, I think the best based on a true story movie is Toy Story because those toys do come alive and leave the room. Good points.
Yeah. Not exactly based on a true story. Colton's dying of mutes his mic, falls back, coughs.
I'm about
Drink
to
some
die.
water or
I
something.
thought your chair was about to tip over. Get this guy some water. As Lucas pulls back his big old cup and is drinking water.
Yeah, I know. I
stay
appreciate it,
hydrated.
guys. I'm gonna fight through this though. No, but honestly, favorite movie is Remember the Titans. That's a solid movie. I don't know how
Yeah.
we forgot that, but we
Oh
did.
yeah, we did.
Kind of a sad movie if you really know the true story of what it's based after, because that coach was fired right a couple years after that because of how hard he was on the kids.
Yeah.
And that was back in the day where you could be a little abusive to the players and get away with it. And I can only imagine how bad it really was.
Yeah.
Hope everything is going well. Good luck unpacking Colton. Arian, I want to thank you so much for reaching out to us at thecallguyspodcast@gmail.com. Just really appreciate the conversation, and thank you for the luck on unpacking. It is needed, so I really appreciate you there. So yeah. And
I do want to say that we're fully unpacked. Like it didn't take us as long as like I know some people like move into a new house and it's like 5 years later they still have boxes in their closets that they never even opened up when they moved in. Like we unpacked everything. But we also didn't have a lot of stuff either. Like you accumulate over the years, it makes sense. But
yeah, I mean, your house that you went from to is a lot different than the house that I went from and to.
yeah.
Because both houses, I mean, my first house was like 2,800 square feet. This house is like 3,200 square feet. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little bit bigger, but it was big to begin with.
Yeah, and I went from 1,100 to like 2,700 or something like that.
Yeah.
So
we got our next emailer here is from the Emperor himself, taking his time away from the control panels of the Death Star 2.0 and actually 3.0. So really appreciate him reaching out to us. So for the life of me, I don't understand why, out of all the great movies out there, there are so many of your picks were war movies. And why, oh why, Vanilla Thunder has 0 sports movies. Super glad that Chico had Invincible as his number 1. But Thunder, what about Rudy or The Blind Side? That being said, I believe that my documentary would be titled In Search of the Great White Bald Beaver. Go Chiefs, the Emperor.
there's a long story behind that. So
what a mouthful on that documentary, and you would probably know about that. Second, movies here. You gave me 2 movies. Rudy, I can't stand that movie. The real Rudy is a dick. He's just not enjoyable to anybody anywhere. And The Blind Side, I hate that premise of the movie that an African American needed to be saved by a rich white woman to order to achieve his dream of making the NFL. So The Blind Side, I hate that movie as well. Both are just not very good. It's just not my kind of movies. Not my kind of movies, but I will say this. I am upset with myself that I didn't say semi-pro. I should have said semi-pro.
you brought it up at one point, I think.
I know I brought it up, but I should have made it a point to make it in the list. I should have. I messed up. It happens.
But I know there's got to be one sports movie out there that would be in your top. That maybe you just missed or didn't think because you had war movies on the mind.
Basketball.
Yeah.
100%.
Yes. Remember the Titans was a good one that I heard people say. I honestly, I really couldn't think of anything outside of war movies that came to mind because those, I mean, truly, those are the movies that I grew up watching.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't come up with any Any sports ones there, Emperor, so forgive me of my ignorance. I'll try to be better next time for the Empire.
I'm
So
saying you work for him, right?
I know. So I'm trying to be good. But anywho, thanks for reaching out, Emperor. Always love the banter we have back and forth. And yeah, I'm excited for 52. Actually, we're gonna be 2 episodes before that.
Yep.
I'm
50.
I'm excited for that, old man.
Lucas,
next
you know
one.
about episode 50, right?
No.
Episode 50 airs the Monday after the Emperor's 50th birthday.
Ooh.
So it's episode 50, The Emperor Strikes Back.
For his 50th.
Yep.
Yeah. Actually
Nice.
just worked out that way.
Just worked out that way.
The next one we have, and the last one, is from Coach. Hiya, Coach. Chico and Vanilla Thunder. Here are my movies based on a true story, typical Call Guys fashion. Number 3, The Blind Side. Number 2, Friday Night Lights. That's a good one. I'm not mad about that one. Number 1, though, Gunner, this is why I played that last part off. I should have put this movie, Moneyball.
Oh yeah, I love Moneyball.
I Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill. It was really good. Even though you knew what was going to happen, because I remember that as a little kid. I remember that. So I thought that was neat. Honorable mentions, Remember the Titans, Bohemian Rhapsody, McFarland, USA. I can say I don't know the last 2 off the top of my head. Oh, Miracle. How about that one?
Miracle's
Emperor?
good. That'd
Miracle
be in
would have been a good one.
Lucas's. I think that'd be in Lucas's, huh?
I was about ready to say it, but I was just letting that.
I know you
It's a
love
good-
that movie. I don't know why I know you love that movie, but
One of my favorite ones, man.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's a good one. It's a good one. He follows it up with, I would like to be a guest on the 52nd episode. Coach,
you're in.
you're in. Nice. Avid listener, Coach. P.S. Chico, National Treasure is a great show. After each episode, I can't wait for the next episode.
Yeah,
Except
Lucas,
for
you watch
my
it yet?
No, don't ruin it.
You need to watch it.
I know.
I haven't.
I hear it's good.
We haven't watched it yet either, but
Okay.
we did start that 90s show.
Okay, that was
And-
also very good.
Yep, I'm very glad with the direction they took with the show.
Oh yeah,
I like how they kept it around
Mhm.
Red and Kitty, and I think that's the only way they could have done this show correctly. Because I think if they would have tried to do it with just the kids leading it, I don't think it would have went well.
Yeah.
So so far we laugh. I've laughed every episode more than 2 or 3 times. It's just great. It's fantastic. If you haven't watched it yet, even if you semi-liked that 70s show, definitely watch that 90s show because
Yeah.
it has the feels of that 70s.
they did an awesome job, and it was enjoyable all the way through. Lucas, you watched it?
Not all the way through.
Okay,
I think
Nice.
I'm like 5 in.
Nice.
Sid hates
Okay.
it.
Sydney, you're
Come on.
listening, which I know you're not listening.
She didn't
Wake
even
up.
watch that 70s show.
God,
Jeez.
so good, so good.
She can't stand the laughing.
The laugh
I don't know what it's
tracks?
called. Yeah, the laugh track.
That's a generational thing, I swear.
I love it.
Like she must not have watched a lot of like sitcoms growing up because
Mhm.
once you, and I think Logan mentioned this on Tucson, it takes a second to get back into it because they don't do it anymore. They
Yeah.
don't use laugh tracks.
So
Yeah.
true.
So, like when when you watch that 70s show, you just know it's there, so you're used to it. And you're
Mhm.
laughing along with it, and then like that first episode of that 90s show, it happens, and you're like, oh, that's like nostalgia right there. And then all the other stuff that's happening too, you're like, yeah, bringing back who the characters they bring back, and it's
Mhm.
yeah, enjoyable.
Like I'm enjoying the sets that they've recreated.
Oh
I
yeah,
think that's neat. I like how they have the car in the driveway. They've got
Mhm.
the
The water tower.
bedrooms. Yep, the water tower.
the couch is different in the living room though.
Yeah.
And he got a new chair.
Yeah, he did.
Oh
my. But yeah,
So, yeah.
I completely agree, Coach. National Treasure. Very, very good. And if you guys haven't watched it or haven't watched it fully through, go check it out. Anybody listening out there, go check it out. I think I've mentioned that in the last 3 episodes that it's just a good show. Also has some repeating characters from the movies. So
Saucy. So yeah, thanks, Coach, for reaching out to us at thecallguyspodcast at gmail.com. As always, send an email, send us your top 3 of whatever. Let us know what your
documentary.
Your documentary. I was trying to think of your autobiography
There you
book
go.
would be, but your oh my.
And moving on.
Yes.
Let us know what the title of your documentary would be.
Yes.
Let us
please,
know.
please do.
If you've listened to all of the past episodes and you remember some of the lists we've gone over and you just want to let us know what yours were, send us an email. Let us know what your lists are. Let us know what your top 5s, top 3s, top 10s, all that good stuff. I mean, we love hearing from everybody and we'd love to hear from more of you. So if you're listening, send us an email. It's easy. thecallguyspodcast at gmail.com. Are you guys ready for a question of the pod?
Are you?
I think so. I was going to have Lucas bring one, and then I thought of this one. I was like, oh, it goes with the episode. So,
Nice.
So really, I don't know if it's going to be simple or not. The question is, what is your dream car?
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh, no. I think, what would you name your dream car, Lucas?
I don't
Just
know.
kidding. You don't have to answer that. I'll go first.
I want my dream car to be.
I'll go first because it's a car that I've always loved the look of, and that is a Ford GT. Just always like the look of it. But if I had to go with the the call guys topics and all that, I would want the DeLorean from Back to the Future, just because.
Who would have ever guessed?
One, it looks cool, and you got the wings, the wing doors, and I would make sure there's a flux capacitor in there. It doesn't have to time travel, although that would be a bonus if it did. But yeah.
I think the real question for Gunner would be, is this: you're given 2 choices, the DeLorean that works as is, or the phone booth from Bill and Ted. What are you taking?
Phone booth.
The DeLorean that works as is, or the phone booth from Bill and Ted. I don't know. I feel like the phone booth would just be too much. Like I'd have to have somewhere to store it. And like I understand I can time travel, but the DeLorean I can use every day.
That is true.
Those cars suck though.
I know, but
it's a matter of time until it break down.
If the phone booth breaks, I don't know how to fix it. At least if the DeLorean breaks, I can fix it. Maybe not well, I mean, Doc Brown put a freaking trash can on top to use as fuel. So
it's true.
I'm sure I can figure it out.
Oh man,
I'm not a scientist, but that's a good question.
I've the one car I've always loved, and it's from my Need for Speed days on PlayStation 2, and that is a Lamborghini Murcielago.
Yes, I can see myself driving that car on there right now.
Yep, I would. Oh, that car! It's just a smooth looking car. I've always thought that. So anything that'd be a Lamborghini. I don't know if I could fit, but it'd be a Lambo of some sort.
Nice. Lucas?
I mean, if we were going the expensive route, it'd be a McLaren of some sort. I think they're just sick. But honestly, I think I'm going to go with the Jeep Wrangler, man.
Lucas wants himself a Jeep.
4-door.
Hardtop?
Hardtop. It's got to have the tow package. Got to carry that boat around.
The Type 1's got to follow.
Yeah. You know?
That is the name of the boat. We talked about this.
The Type 1's got to follow, man.
It's always following
what's
Lucas.
What's the car's name then? Pump?
Pump.
It's not funny, Lucas.
Yeah, he's making fun of himself. I added my notes that Lucas, I am not going to rip on you this whole entire episode.
You said the type 1. Like, what's got to be the car's name?
How
No,
many
that's the name.
how many softballs can he just lob us this whole time? Because
I know.
there's been 3 times I've already been like,
Okay, Lucas, not gonna do it.
Yeah, I was thinking. You said the car's name, man. It's got to go along with the type 1.
What was the
Lamborghini
what was
Mercy.
your Regal's name when you had the old Buick?
Dude, I don't name my cars.
What's the Buick's name now?
I've never named it.
Oh,
Larry.
Larry. Larry.
I had Suze.
Suze.
Susie the Subaru.
So what's the
classic.
truck?
Holly.
Tolly the Tolukian supply trolley.
I thought you were going to go with like
Charlotte.
Callywhacker or something.
Charlotte the Chevy.
No, I haven't. I guess I haven't thought that far.
I've always had blue cars, so it was Big Blue and it's baby
Little
blue.
blue.
Mm.
Baby
Big blue and baby blue.
Blue moon.
Big blue
Bluey.
because that Monte Carlo was a freaking tank, and then baby blue because it is baby blue.
I think everybody has had a big tanked car at some point in time. I mean,
It's
I
because-
had a Buick LeSabre. That thing just like smooth down. The
Yeah,
road.
yeah. It felt like you're on it. When it would hit a bump, it's like
the springs.
Yeah,
Cruising down the streets in my 6.4s.
yeah. See, the thing is, cars in that time they built them like bricks. That was the problem.
They were boats.
Now
Hey,
that they
those
weigh.
cars could go through snow though.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's so true.
Up here in Indiana land where we get the nice thick big old lake effect snowstorms and you got to still drive to school because guess what, they don't cancel school up here, you're still going.
Yep.
I think those days are changed.
Oh yeah now it's, hey, stay home, get on your computer and you can learn on there
Yeah.
and you don't have to make it up when you're getting into your summer break. I don't miss those days at all. Guys, are you ready to get into what we're going to be talking about?
Let's do it.
I did add that question in because it did follow along with the topic for tonight, which is our top 3 movies with cars. Now, I'm saying with cars. I'm not saying the movie has to be about a car. I'm not saying the car has to be a main character. I'm not saying that the main character has to rely on the car. I'm just saying that there has to be a car that is the main mode of transportation or is something that is used to race, to do a heist, to whatever they can do with a car in the movies. Cars that get blown up, cars that get stolen, however it is. That's what we're going to be talking about. Now, I'm excited to see where you guys went, what direction you guys went with all this, because I tried to throw mine in every direction. So we're going to do this typical Call Guys fashion. 3, 2, honorable mentions 1. And Lucas, you're going to get to start because it's your topic. You're the guest. Lucas did give us, I just want a disclaimer. Lucas, I don't even know when. This has been a month ago. Lucas said you guys should do top 5 movies about cars. And I think that was exactly what you said. And I was like,
that one pop up yet. So
I was
yeah.
like, all right, you're doing it with us. And he just fought with me about it for a long time. And finally, Friday night, I texted you and said, hey, don't forget Thursday you're on the podcast.
Yeah.
He's like, he said, you asshole.
Oh my.
So-
Here we are.
Here we are. He made it. We're here.
And you know what? I'm going to kick it off with the nice old The Italian Job. Number 3.
Good.
Which one?
Is there more than one Italian Job?
There's a remake.
Oh, I only know the first one. Or is it the first
Either
one?
you probably know the
remake one?
Yeah.
Lucas?
I don't know like if there's a super old one, I have no idea what it is. I've only seen one Italian Job, Colton.
Okay.
Well, give us some information on it.
Yeah. What about it?
I'm not good with
tell me more.
actors.
That's fine. Edward Norton is the bad guy.
Yes, that
Marky
one.
Marky Mark
is yep.
the good guy.
Yep.
Was it Kiefer Sutherland? No, not Kiefer Sutherland. It's Donald Sutherland.
It's got a good plot to it.
He's in it for like a hot second. Charles
It's done well.
Charles Theron, what's her name? Charlene, the dude from the Kill Bill movies.
Charlize
Just keep naming
Theron.
them, Colton.
Yes. I can't say her name.
Okay, go ahead, Lucas.
Obviously. Okay, yeah, Lucas, go. Continue. I'm
No,
sorry.
That's just my top three. It's got a good plot. It keeps you involved. It's very action packed. I love the action, like
What car
nonstop
do they
action.
use? What is the main vehicle?
It is a what is it? The little Italian. I can't think what it's called. I just saw one on the street the other
It's
day.
another name for small.
Mini Cooper.
Yes, thank you.
It's actually an English.
I just
car,
saw
isn't it?
one.
Correct?
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know either. It might be
We can-
Italian. I don't
We
know.
can find out.
You can always look it
I
up.
thought it was a British vehicle.
British,
I thought,
yeah.
I thought it was made in Britain.
Yeah, Austin Powers. Which
British
actually,
automobile.
that's a good one. I didn't even think about that.
That would have been a good
one.
They got
It
time
is-
travel
It
in
is
that.
British.
Yeah.
Yeah. British. Very
Okay,
nice.
right on,
Very nice.
right on.
Italian job.
And it's produced by BMW, if you really wanted to know.
Interesting. Anything else? Anything else on the Italian job? Just a good movie,
I
good
just
plot,
love it.
keeps you
It's good.
interested, lots of
Keeps me
action.
interested. They soup up the cars, does everything they need it to do to finish the heist.
All right, starting out with a heist movie. Colton.
2006 film.
Okay.
NASCAR.
I already know where you're going.
I think I do too.
If you ain't first, you're
You're
last.
last.
Tom Cruise.
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake.
Obviously. Now, the real question is that who calls this by, do you know this movie's full title?
Talladega Nights: A Ballad of Rick and Bobby.
Well, I thought it would be harder than that because I've always just called it Talladega Nights or
Yeah.
Ricky Bobby.
In my honorable mentions, I have it typed in as Talladega Nights, but I didn't want to type out the Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
Yes. Yeah, no.
Dear Lord, baby Jesus.
Obviously, this is just a comedy through and through that just
Yeah.
happens to take place in the realm of the NASCAR world. So it's so stupid. I think
But
it's
so
fun.
good.
It's so bad, but yet so good.
I'm going to get you, Ricky Booby.
Ricky Bobby.
Oh man.
Oh my, yeah. So that's my number 3 is Talladega Nights.
I've always enjoyed that movie. I mean, dumb humor, Will Ferrell, and that's in that time frame where you got like Step Brothers and Talladega Nights, and he was just killing it at that point, like with these really funny, really within 10 years are going to be cult classic movies. You know, I mean,
Oh yeah,
that's just the way it's going to be. But yeah, no, great movie. It's in my honorable mentions.
nice.
Oh, show.
Well,
My
Patrick, your number 3, brother.
it's a little odd because it's not technically a car; it's a semi, and that is 2001, directed by John Dahl, and it is Joyride. So I'll throw a little Paul Walker in there early because I'm sure there's gonna be some more Paul Walker coming up here soon. But it does has Paul Walker and Steve Zahn, and Paul Walker is going on a road trip to find the girl he loves, and they go on this road trip. There's a CB in the car, and they start having fun on the CB radio. Well, they end up getting connected with a killer, and he chases them. And if you've never seen it, it is a very intense movie. It's rated R, just out there. And I think as a kid watching it, you're like, because as a kid you think like a CB radio, that's cool. That'd be fun to play around with. And then you watch this movie, you're like, I'm never touching a CB radio in my life. You know what? I think I might have maybe used one time, and I don't ever want to use one. But it made me think when I was thinking up this list, and I thought Joyride because it is one of my favorite movies of all time. Think of how like if this movie was made more in like the modern times, like maybe 2015 and later, like social media, all these different things where kids can get in contact with people that they shouldn't be getting in contact with, and this was all done on a CB radio.
Yeah.
Like it could be done in a way different way now, and
I think they've done it. It's like Unfriend Me or something like that, where they're all in these like group chats like this.
Yeah, I've seen
and
that.
Someone just pops up.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, but I've seen trailers
Yeah.
for it. But yeah, just like stuff like that. Like you think about this movie if it was done in today's time and how like they could twist it in different ways. But yeah, Joyride number 3. Fun movie.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Luscious.
Number
Give
2.
us your number 2. Does
Does
it make you cry?
cry?
No. But I don't know if you guys have seen it. It is a TV show on Netflix.
Oh, going TV show. Nice.
It's just called Formula One.
Oh yeah, I've seen you guys watch that.
Oh,
I've seen you guys watch that.
I personally think it's super good, but basically it's just the lives of Formula One drivers and basically what all they go through and how they just move from company to company with their car, and very interesting real life stuff.
It's, I mean, and it's a like reality TV show kind of thing, right? Or reality docu-pic almost.
It's more of, I would say it's more of like a documentary type thing, but they kind of throw drama into it, making it more of a reality. But
no.
I don't think people realize how dangerous those cars can be.
Well, yeah, the high speeds and there's nothing to them.
And they race in the rain. It's insane.
Yeah. So what made you want to watch that show? Because you and Sydney watch it together, correct?
I think her brother said you guys should watch this. It's super good. And then we had nothing to watch because we finished everything, and then we just started it, and it was so good.
Just kind of hooked you, brought you in.
Mm-hmm. Well, because you want to know, because it's the whole season. So like I don't know what year it starts, but let's just say 2018. It is the whole season of 2018 from start to finish. So you learn all the racers and kind of how they get started and where they go. And I don't know. I thought it was super good.
Does it make you want to watch Formula One?
Yeah, for sure.
Like actually watch the racing.
I was looking up like races in the U.S.
Vegas.
Like, actually,
I was gonna say Vegas just like signed one for like 10 years or something like that.
Well,
they signed it 3 years. So
I thought it was Miami.
There's one in Miami as well, but
okay.
Texas was.
So I
one before
out in Vegas. One of my Uber drivers, as we're driving around, he's like, so yeah, this we're literally driving past, Formula One bought out, I think they said like 50 acres in downtown Vegas, and just completely leveled it all, and are building their own building for a 3-year contract. And then I think it's it's this November, I want to say they said that they're going to do the race, and he was talking about all the streets that they're going to be blocking off, and he was like showing because they've already released the actual like track that they're gonna run, and he was pointing all that out.
Nuts.
It is what they do to actually get the races going, like running through streets.
Yeah, they honestly do it through the streets and stuff. It's crazy, but it's so cool.
Yeah.
And there's like no U.S. American people racers, but
well, the more we get here, it's like us trying to bring football across the world, right? And they're kind of trying to do the same thing, bring Formula One to the U.S. and probably get some racers.
It's just crazy because they all started with like the fast go-karts, like just the go-kart races, and somehow like
worked their way up.
Yeah, I just don't understand how you can get from that to like.
Well, it's like a lot of dirt track guys. A lot of dirt track guys are now NASCAR drivers. I mean, that's how they start. So it's same way. And then even some NASCAR drivers are Formula One racers. So,
I think that show really
IndyCar racers,
because I think they're starting to do it. I know they're coming out with one for golf, like the PGA Tour, where they're going to go through that for a whole year and interview players and do that. That's kind of stuff.
Cool. That'd be cool.
So I think they're doing a lot of that kind of stuff with different sports. So it's crazy how that kind of kicked that into gear.
Nice. That's
good
good.
Stuff that you didn't know at all. So
yeah, that's good. I mean, I was thinking like what TV shows I could put in, which I'll have one in my honorable mentions. But yeah, that's good.
Something different.
I like it. Yeah, I like it. Colton, does your number 2 make you cry?
It does not. It's a 2000s classic. Our boy, Nick Cage, Angelina, Gone in 60 Seconds. Everybody knows the love for Eleanor in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
It is
GT 500.
A master car thief who is be, being told that he has to steal how many? Is it 60 cars
50
or is
cars.
it how many? 50
no,
cars.
50 cars in 72 hours.
Yeah, 50 cars, 72 hours. Yeah, and you know, just all the amount of cars that they have in this movie is ridiculous to begin with.
Yeah.
Let alone stealing them, which obviously it's in the script.
It's in the script.
Yeah, but yeah, just a fun movie. Just a fun movie. So that's why it's my number 2.
Just a fun movie.
Just a fun movie.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
That's good enough.
Gunner,
Yeah.
you're number 2. Does it make you cry?
No,
Okay.
but it's a 1990s flick. Starring our boy Tom Cruise. Nicole Kidman also. John C. Reilly also in it.
Lucas, do you know this movie?
I don't know.
Cole
Is
Cole,
it- is it-
Cole Trickle. Cole Trickle.
Is it Cruise?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Cole
don't know.
Trickle.
Dude, I
Don't
don't
say
know.
don't say Speed either.
Dick Trickle. Cole Trickle.
Just shoot it at me. I probably haven't even seen it.
Days of
You-
Thunder.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Oh, Lucas, it is a NASCAR film. Tom Cruise plays Cole Trickle, and Cole Trickle.
Dude, I've never seen it.
Now, I'm going to tell you right now that I am not a NASCAR fan, but growing up, being friends with Cole Creekbaum, and then living with Darren for such a long time, and those guys were so into NASCAR, and Cole was the first one to make me watch this movie because the main character's name is Cole Trickle, and I fell in love with the movie. It's just a great movie. It's not like it's an exciting or crazy movie. There's a lot of racing, a lot of fast moving stuff. The story of Tom Cruise, having his rival and they become friends, and then he's got his rival gets hurt. He has to take over his car and race his car in the Daytona 500, and ends up in the end winning. But I think we talked about Days of Thunder in our top 5 sports films. Correct?
I think I mentioned it or you mentioned it. Someone mentioned it.
Yeah. And it is kind of a basic movie. It's a
Yep.
start to finish, literally any plot, any movie could fit on the plot of this movie. The script, you could just lay them over top of each other. The pages would probably fit together and make it a whole different same movie. But it's fun to watch, and it's a good process. And this is a series of events that happen is really good. So, and it's Tom Cruise. I mean, we all enjoy Tom Cruise.
Young
who
Tom
sponsored his
Cruise.
car?
Young, very young Tom Cruise. Yes. What'd you say, Lucas?
Do you know who sponsored his car?
I don't remember.
Cool.
Was it a black car, right?
It was a group.
It's got some black in it.
Oh, what was it? What was the sponsor? I do not remember.
Mellow yellow.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Wow.
Is that
Mellow
even
yellow.
a thing anymore?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Dollar Tree, man.
Gas stations.
Yep. Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
yeah.
But yeah, Days of Thunder. I've always loved the movie,
It's a great movie. Good movie.
for sure. All right, Lucas. Honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. Well, obviously we got Herbie Fully Loaded.
The Lindsay
What's
Lohan.
Yeah, the Lindsay
Oh my
Lohan
gosh.
version, Colton.
There's an older version, right?
I know there actually is an older one
Are
of
you
this
sure?
one.
Are you
Yes.
sure you know that this
I've
is not
seen
the
the older
first
one.
one?
I've seen the older one.
What's the car?
A buggy,
Beetle.
Beetle.
Volkswagen. A Volkswagen
yeah.
Beetle. Okay. I'll give you credit.
I always call them bugs, slug bug.
Well, yeah. We call
Well,
it a
there is
buggy.
there is a bug in a Beetle.
Yeah,
They're 2 different cars.
but I mean, you gotta have that.
We,
one
dig-
there.
we digress.
Yeah, not
That
anymore.
that is my childhood though.
Oh yeah, I agree. I remember
That-
watching it.
Had to throw that one in there. The Speed Racer.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't think of
Good.
that one.
I honestly I cannot remember any of the movie to save my life, but I think I've watched it 50 times.
Go watch it again.
I have no idea what the plot is. I don't remember anything.
Lucas
race.
also loves wacky
know.
races.
I was trying to remember it because I think I owned it on DVD and I just couldn't think of it. And then I looked it up and it was that one. I had no idea. I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you what happened in it.
What else?
Well, we have Cars, obviously.
Oh yeah, it's in my honorable mentions.
Mm-hmm.
The Need for Speed, which was terrible.
Yeah, I wouldn't even put that in my honorable
Correct.
mention.
Death Race.
Death Race is good.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yep.
I love. It's Jason Statham,
Mhm.
right?
Yep. There are 2 of them. The second one's not nearly as good.
Nope.
There's 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I'm gonna guess that the second and the third one aren't very good.
Yeah, I don't think I watched the second or the third.
That's another thing. Jason Statham had that like great like couple years of movies where you got like Crank and Death Race and
The Transporter.
yep,
movies.
Transporters. There you go. Yeah, which will also be good car movies.
It's in my honorable mentions. I was
Nice.
gonna mention it.
Yeah.
And then Fast and Furious 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are in the honorable mention, but you know.
Okay.
Cool.
What about you guys? Come on, throw in
Okay.
yours.
Go ahead, Cole.
I'll go. Okay. I had Days of Thunder. I only have 2 Fast and Furious movies, and that is Tokyo Drift for Hans Car, that Silva, and Too Fast, Too Furious. My pockets ain't empty cuz is a phrase I use all the time in
Pockets
almost every
ain't
day,
empty, cuz.
in everyday conversation.
I'll
But
take
really,
I'll take my cigar cutter back, by the way.
Man.
But really, it's Dom's car, that Dodge Charger he had for most of the movies. I think that's the coolest one. We've got a classic in Smokey and the Bandit,
Oh yeah.
the 77 Pontiac Trans Am, which I found out that they did so well from
Bert.
that movie that they gave him the new Trans Am every year.
Nice.
Pontiac did.
Nice.
Cannonball Run. Have you guys seen that one?
Heard of it. Don't know if I've ever seen it.
It's a Burt Reynolds movie. They travel from coast to coast. In a
Is that
race.
Shining? No, okay, it's not the Shining one.
I don't
Where they're hauling.
know. I've got Kit.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Cough, cough, cough.
I've got a Cadillac Miller Meteor Sentinel.
Surprised you're not including Batman.
Do you know what movie that's from, Lucas? The Cadillac Miller Meteor Sentinel?
No.
Who you gonna call?
Oh,
Ghostbusters.
That's right, the Ghostbuster mobile. How can you forget that? And then we have a Ferrari 250 GT California. Can you name that movie?
Ford versus Ferrari.
Wrong. 86. An 86 Ferrari.
No.
Broke the fourth wall a lot.
Just waiting on you to spit it out.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh my word.
How do you forget that? Jeez. I know you guys aren't going to get this one, but Steve McQueen, a 68 movie called Bullet.
Lightning McQueen.
No, Steve McQueen, the original BA of cinema. He had a Ford Mustang Fastback. It's a good movie. If you get time, it's worth the watch. And then obviously we have the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is that's all mine. And obviously we got the Transporter movies. Gunner nailed it. Jason Statham was like hot for like a solid 6 years, and he just pumped out movies.
Oh yeah.
And I remember going to see we went and saw, me and my dad went and saw like the second or third one in theater, and we were the only two that it was like the second weekend of the movie on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh, those movies. So yeah, those are my honorable mentions. Gunnar, you got any that we didn't hit?
I do. The 69 Dodge Charger with the big old number 1. The Good Old Boys. The Dukes of Hazzard TV show.
Man.
I'm not. I mean, I love Johnny Knoxville, but I do not enjoy that movie. Like I could watch it, but I don't know that I would go out of my way to watch it.
Yeah, no, I think everybody associates the generally with the TV show.
Oh yeah, 100%. I had a close number 2, which would have been Baby Driver. Just for the
Ooh, yeah.
the high stuff, the Robin and all that stuff, and it's fun to watch that movie because driving is that's his niche, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the Future for the DeLorean. I also have 2 Fast and Furious movies in my honorable mentions, but that is The Fast and Furious, which is number 1, and then Tokyo Drift. And I like Tokyo Drift because it's a different story, and I like
Yep.
that they brought it back later, although it was kind of odd. I also have Death Race, Talladega Nights, Speed, Cars, and then one that nobody probably would even thought about. Dude, where's my car?
Oh my gosh.
I thought of another one.
What you got?
Wow.
Starsky and Hutch.
Ooh.
There you go.
There you go.
Very nice. Very nice. It's like back in the day. It was like they're gonna make a movie or TV show. It's just we gotta have a car in it, right?
Pretty much, man.
So
Gotta have cars.
good honorable mentions, guys. Lucas, it's time. Number
Time
one.
for the number 1. Well, my number 1 is Too Fast, Too Furious.
Too fast, too furious.
I would have to say that
Too
was
fast.
Ludicrous. Yep.
Yes, Lucas.
Paul Walker's car in the beginning. That gray one with the blue neon. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, I can see it, but
It's like
Yeah,
a
I
Nissan
can-
GT.
I don't remember, dude.
I don't remember what it is, but that thing, that was my favorite car in all of them. But that show or that movie, I think, is what really sold me on car movies. I used to watch that as a little kid all the time.
What year did that come out? You got the year on it?
Like
2000.
No, it wasn't
No.
2010. It was before that.
03.
Oh, yep, 03.
Yeah.
03, and it's $3.39.
If you want to get it on Voodoo,
Steal.
Amazon Prime Video.
No, that movie was, I think, my all-time favorite car movie.
I think they have
I think.
some. Go ahead.
What's that? No, you're good.
I think they have. I mean, as Colton said, there's just a lot of good quotable moments all
Yeah.
around.
Well, I think the first one, the second one, Tokyo Drift, and 4 are the best ones, and then they just went straight downhill.
I would argue 7 was a decent movie, and then it went way downhill.
Well, it stopped turning into we're gonna race cars,
I know.
and went more into like the stupid heist stuff.
Although the heist and we talked about this, the one where they're carrying the safe down the road.
Danza Kuduro.
Yeah, that one's cool. But that's about the
It's
only.
so
cool part.
unrealistic.
Tyrese Gibson introducing in the second movie, and him sticking it out. Well, from the movies that I don't know if he's made them through all of them.
I think he's in the newest one.
He to me is what makes the second one and the franchise.
Yeah.
Because you also introduce Ludacris, you also introduce those side characters that they eventually bring in,
Yeah.
and I thought they did a really good job with the Too Fast, Too Furious movie. So
And it
I
turns
mean,
into
I'll
family.
argue Tokyo Drift with Han. Han is probably my favorite character in all of them.
yeah, but that took so long. That movie was so out of place for so long.
It was
Big
yeah.
time.
And
It was
Because
good,
Han,
but
I
I felt
think-
like it just didn't belong there.
well, it didn't. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure there's an interview out there somewhere with the director of why they did that movie when they did it, and just a lot of questions. That
They probably
it really
didn't think-
got into it.
They probably didn't think they'd ever get as far as they did to be able to actually bring that story in for some reason.
That's a good point.
But
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, number
Good
2, I
point.
think, is what spurred me into liking car movies. And there's just so many cool cars and stuff in that.
Yeah, I love when they get in the big street races and all that in those movies, and
Mhm.
there's
It
just cars.
starts out with it.
Yeah, there's just cars everywhere.
Yeah.
I love Ludacris sitting on the beach doing all. They're on the dock there, and they're doing the
The
boat
jet
race
ski
or the jet ski
races.
races. Yeah, and he's out there just dealing money, wheeling and dealing it. Like,
Yeah, being a bookie.
yeah, yep. Yeah,
And then
good one.
then Paul Walker's an undercover cop, and
Yeah,
crazy.
it's all crazy. Colton.
Mine is actually a car. It is it's an Aston Martin DB5 is the main model of the car, but the series is the DB series of this model. And yes, the 007 movies, the Aston Martin is just a classic, iconic car. Connery brought it. It was first introduced with Connery in '64. Can you guess the movie? Lucas. 1964.
Dude, that's like a long time ago.
Do you know any Sean Connery movies?
Dude, I don't
Any
even know who
Bond?
Sean Connery is.
Oh, Lord.
Welcome to the
Quit
Rock.
asking me questions.
Yes.
Your mother, Trebek.
Winners complain about their best. Losers complain about their best.
Winners go home.
Lucas? No, I'm joking. Goldfinger. Goldfinger is first introducing Goldfinger.
Yeah.
Then it was brought back. It was brought back in '05 with 95 with Goldeneye. Pierce brought it back, and I thought the cool thing that they did with it is that a lot of the times it was just either a car in the background or like their luxury car. A couple times it was the gadget car from MI6. So
Yeah.
just a really slick, iconic car, classic, just clean looking, just man, you think James Bond, you think of that you think of
Silver?
that car.
Silver?
Yep.
That's what I thought. I can
You
see
only
it.
picked it because you've been playing Goldeneye.
Well, that's not
Ba, ba,
necessarily wrong.
ba, ba, ba-ding.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with the car as my number one with the Aston Martin DB series.
Yeah, and the just the James Bond series overall. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always that classic iconic car, and yeah,
Cool.
so yeah, that's my number one. Gunner, what's your number one brand?
It's a 2000s flick starring our boy Nick Cage and Angelina Jolie. They steal 50 cars in 72 hours and just to save his brother's life and pay off some debt. And nobody can forget Eleanor. The Ford Shelby GT 500. Beautiful car. Beautiful final scene with Eleanor. Just a great Nick Cage movie. It's once again, it's like that. Maybe Con Air was a couple years before that. I don't know exactly when Con Air came out, but that time frame of Nick Cage making a lot of good movies. And I feel like Gone in 60 Seconds is probably one of my favorite Nick Cage movies of all time. You have Con Air and Gone in 60 Seconds and
Con Air, oh man,
Face Off and National Treasure. I mean, you just get that nice span of years where he was making these movies, right?
Lucas, what's your favorite Nicolas Cage movie?
I have to go with National Treasure, man.
Is that because you can't think of any other ones, or
I don't know.
Probably
That's
hasn't
what I
watched a
always
whole
made.
lot. Lucas pulled up the Google. I
gotta see what ones I've even watched, man.
I know. But I will say that this movie, great action, great drama, great car running, great heist. Just overall, the story, the plot, and that final action sequence is just awesome. And always love the movie. Will always rewatch the movie. I was sitting on the couch tonight, and Sarah, what do we want to watch? And I was like, we should watch a car movie just because that's what we're gonna be talking about. And I went to go pull up Gone in 60 Seconds because I thought I had it, and I didn't. So I'm gonna have to buy it and put it on the Voodoo, so it's there.
One of my favorite Nicolas Cage movies is Lord of War.
Lord of War.
Really, really good movie. He's an arms dealer, and just really, really enjoyed that movie. It has one of my favorite opening scenes in a movie. If you just watch the opening credits, I'm sure that's up there. I really, really like how they did that. Really, really cool. So, Yeah,
Nice.
Lord of War, and then I would go with The Rock. Those are probably my 2 favorite Nick Cage movies.
Not Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider.
Huh?
Not Ghost
No.
Rider?
No. No.
And yeah, you're right. The Rock. The Rock should be up there too. Sean Connery, Lucas. Welcome to the
Welcome
Rock.
to The Rock.
Welcome to the Rock.
And I do love that Sean Connery quote.
Okay, he had one that he was in where it was a kind of a paranormal-ish. Oh, dude, Kick-Ass. He plays
Yeah,
Big Daddy.
Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an episode in of itself. It's
Yeah.
just breaking down the career of Nicolas Cage.
Oh man, I want to find this one I'm trying to think about right now because it is actually a very, very good movie.
Ooh, Knowing. Knowing's a good
The
movie.
Knowing. The Knowing. Is that
Was
The
that it?
Knowing.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
one where the kids get taken by the aliens at the end.
Yep.
Woo, that's a good movie.
Yes, it is.
That'll get you on the edge of your seat.
Mhm.
Apocalypse movie where have you ever seen The Knowing?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, Lucas hasn't. I figured probably not, but definitely worth a watch.
Oh man,
Definitely.
good
Yeah,
stuff.
good job, guys.
Good stuff. I thought
Good
that
mo-
went
good
well.
movies. Yeah, Lucas came prepared, man. He was ready.
I had a few.
He was prepared,
You
ready
guys
to
just
go.
know way more than I do.
Yeah, we've been talking about movies for a long time. Ever since even before the call guys started, that's kind of been our main mode of conversation.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Is-
that's kind of where our friendship started.
I usually I watch a movie and then I forget it. Move
Oh
on to the
gosh,
next.
not me.
Same.
Colton, I do want you to know that I did invite Lucas and Sydney to come on the 19th to go see Ant-Man Quantumania, which we will be doing our first episode of year 2 on that movie. We're going to start it off with some Marvel, and hopefully Marvel, you're not kicking us in the nuts this time. Hopefully it's something that we're all going to enjoy. Hopefully you do a good job. I'm really crossing my fingers, but I'm coming in. If it's not good, I'm going to throw the empty glass at the screen and flip you off as I walk out. And then I'm going to Kevin Feige's house, and I'm going to TP it, and I'm going to light a bag of dog crap on his front door step.
Oh my, that's great.
What do you think about the trailer for it?
I think it looks great, but that's a trailer.
I think it gave
That's
too
a
much
trailer.
away.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's a trailer. You know, that's the problem with Marvel trailers, Lucas. Is they seem like they show too much, but then you go to watch it and it's like
Nothing is included.
I
where
wonder if it's
was
gonna
that?
be. I wonder if it's gonna be in the Super Bowl.
There's got to be. There's got to be. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Lucas and Sid said yes. I didn't have to get down on one knee and ask. I just asked through the computer, but they
Yeah.
said yes, and they will be
Fantastic.
there
I was expecting the whole one knee, flowers,
next
dinner
time.
first.
I'll see. After the day after this airs, I'm gonna see Lucas because it will be Valentine's Day. We do our annual dinner at Noah. So,
Yep.
I will see you then, and I'll get down on one knee and say, "Will you see Ant-Man Quantumania with me?"
With the tickets.
Yeah. No, because those will be digital. So I'm not giving you my phone.
Oh my.
We are looking forward to it though.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be worth the watch.
Mm-hmm. The trailer looks good to me, but we all have different tastes. So
Yeah. As I recall, I think Colton pulled Ant-Man out of his top 10.
I did.
So maybe this movie will bring Ant-Man back to his top 10. Who knows?
yep.
Not holding my breath.
Me neither. Well, I do want to say, unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about, cover, anything that you guys are watching, anything coming out that you're excited about. Lucas, when do you want to come back next? Bring on another idea. Let's hear it.
No more ideas from
Well,
me.
we will see you for episode 52 for a little segment there. I'm excited for that. See who all we can get to come on here. And yeah,
If something else pops up, I'll let you know.
sounds good to me. You guys did a great job with your top threes and definitely had some good movies in there. Colton, you good? Anything else?
I'm surviving over here.
I'm
Little by
surviving.
little.
I'm surviving. Well,
I survived the Lucas episode.
Lucas, you
one.
did a great job.
You did
Another
good,
one.
bud. Much better. Much better.
I'm going to cue some fireworks. Some applause.
Some fire out of the hand.
Yep. Nah, I'm not going that far. After Effects. And I'm hoping that a bunch of these are Fat Billy Ray approved. And then we'll talk about that more when we get to the...
Yeah, I have some ideas for the Emperor. I'm glad you guys are coming over this weekend.
Yeah.
For a hot minute. Yeah, I have a lot of ideas for the Emperor, so I hope he likes them. I hope he enjoyed them, and I hope he uses some of them.
Okay.
So, looking into the future.
Live concert one night on the pod, you know?
No, I'm thinking bigger picture.
Bigger picture. Okay. All right. Anything else, guys?
Nah.
All right. Lucas, thanks for coming on. Enjoyed the
Yes,
time.
sir.
Job,
Enjoyed the
Lucas.
time. Yes,
You too,
yes.
bruv.
All right. Everybody out there, podcast land, thank you for listening to the Call Guys podcast. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts, whether that be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, anywhere you get your podcasts. You can also find us on all your favorite social media accounts, whether that be Facebook at facebook.com/thecallguyspod, Instagram at thecallguys, or TikTok at thecallguyspodcast. Please go watch us on YouTube. Check us out on there. Like, subscribe. Every time you watch a video, make sure you click the bell, get those notifications for when we post every Monday, along with us posting on all of your favorite podcast sites. I'm not going to go back to the merch store because I'm working on getting rid of that. So, yeah, if you're done listening to the Call Guys, you want to go check out any of the other podcasts on the Golden Mojo Entertainment Network of podcasts, please feel free to do so. All of their information is in our podcast notes. You can go down and you can check those out. All the link trees, all of their social medias are on there. So go check them out. We got the Murdnerds. We've got Golden Image Podcast, Indiana Chiefs Fans Podcast, the United States Paranormal Podcast, and A Court of Books and Booze. Go check out all those podcasts wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
Right on.
Sooner or later, I'm going to be an auctioneer.
Oh, man, you kill it all the time.
Yeah. All right, guys. Love you both. We'll see you guys both soon. And hope you all have a good rest of your night and a good upcoming week.
Yes, sir.
And everybody
well.
out there, thank you. Everybody out there in podcast land. We'll see you next time. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun.